Hey, it's me Hrishikesh Kannan, popularly known as Hrishi K. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the bell icon now to get the latest videos and get taken into a world of entertainment, culture, sport, business and current affairs.
And with Milind Soman on the set in this one, the ladies must have had enough to ogle at.
Oh,
so you
man.
could have taken a few more
I cannot
naps.
tell you how pissing off that is.
Yeah, it is.
like-
How can you be 50 years old and look like that? A.
Yeah.
B. And get that kind of attention.
Exactly, man. I mean, like, people started dressing differently. Can you believe that on set? I'm like, today all the girls are looking like this.
And people who you know from ages, who know ke bas-
Yeah, I've been shooting with them for a month and nobody, man, everybody's coming like with like uncombed hair and like living in the production bubble because of COVID and nobody's going anywhere. So half the people are there in their pajamas and then suddenly one day you see, oh my God, so the eyeliner, where did eyeliner come from? And then you realize that day, oh, Mr. Soman is joining us today. Oh, I was like, all right. Sala ghar ki murgi dal barabar. Nobody wore eyeliner for me.
It's my brother Ranvir Shorey.
Hrishi K.
Brother, I love you so much.
I want to be the guy who I want to be the guy who intros your shows. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's now 12 p.m. and coming up, it's Hrishi K.
You know, the thing is, because I love guys like you and Shashank Ghosh and that whole Channel V gang, and I was so crazy about Rob's voice back then that I actually have one Rob kind of guy, because we can't afford Rob. We can't afford Rob. So we have a Rob kind of guy introducing me, saying, this is good morning, Booba. Hrishi K.
Rob, if you want, I can introduce you like Rob.
But in this Metro Park season 2 must have been so much fun filming, simply because it gives you an opportunity to get back to your brother. I know your brother stays in Jersey. Hang with him, hang with your nephew. Purbi and you go back such a long way. I have these flashes of a great Indian comedy show.
Also, the team is great. Abhi and Ajayan, who are the creators of the show, and Jiju John, who's our producer, they're just a fabulous team. They make such a happy and how do I put it? Such a easy work environment that you feel like you're having fun and you don't feel like you're working, and because the material is good too, right? So you're happy to get back to. Of course, obviously there's the post-lunch lull everywhere. So post-lunch you are looking at ways. Am I in the next scene, or can I just like get half an hour, bro? Just give me a half an hour. So all that is there, but otherwise the material is so exciting. The team is so nice. You don't feel like you're working. You feel like you're getting paid for like having fun, man. It's like that, yo.
And with Milind Soman on the set in this one, the ladies must have had enough to ogle at.
Oh,
so you
man.
could have taken a few more
I cannot
naps.
tell you how pissing off that is.
It is. How can you be 50 years old and look like that? A. B. And get that kind of attention.
Exactly, man. I mean, like, people started dressing differently. Can you believe that on set? I'm like, today all the girls are looking like this.
And people who you know from ages, who know ke bas-
I've been shooting with them for a month and nobody, man, everybody's coming like with like uncombed hair and like living in the production bubble because of COVID and nobody's going anywhere. So half the people are there in their pajamas and then suddenly one day you see, oh my God, so the eyeliner, where did eyeliner come from? And then you realize that day, oh, Mr. Soman is joining us today. Oh, I was like, all right. Sala ghar ki murgi dal barabar. Nobody wore eyeliner for me.
But I keep teasing him, saying, when is he going to get out of model mold and get into actor mold? But he obviously, with experience, has improved. And especially having fine actors like you, he's got to be on his toes, man.
No, he's a fab guy. I know him for donkey's years. I know him from before I started acting. I mean, I was still doing post-production for Mouthful of Sky when he was already acting in it. So, he's there. Speaking of experience, of course, he's Milind Soman. You know what I mean? He's not many people with the kind of experiences he has. And his choices of late have been, I mean, he knows that that people try to coop him in that box of the good-looking guy who's either the ex or the current other guy, or So he's well aware of that, but he's making within that he's making some good choices, and he's a fabulous guy. He's a really fun guy.
And good choices in personal life also. Great wife there.
Yeah, obviously. Personal choices, though, I mean, come on, he's made impeccable ones. He's been lucky. He's been lucky like that.
Correct. And I have this amazing feeling when I see Gopal. So there was this whole breed of guys doing comedy, the OGs, the originals, which is you and Purbi and Vinay and all these guys. And Gopal is part of the newer brand, the guys who made it because of internet skits. I mean, the skill is still the same, man. What you guys were doing on the Great Indian Comedy Show, these guys are doing online.
Yeah.
So it's always nice to have to spar with a comedian like that. Some of the newer generation guys.
Yeah. No, I haven't. Sadly, I don't have a scene with Gopal Dutt in Metro Park, but I worked with him on The Office. I played a small part in The Office, and he's there, and he's absolutely amazing in The Office, the Indian Office. So yeah, he's definitely a great addition to the team. Of Milind is there, he's there, and of course, Purbi's mom, Sarita Joshi, joins us, which is a huge honor for the show. Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be great fun. Metro Park season 2 is going to be like Metro Park season 1 on steroids. You know what I mean? It's like bigger, better, insaner, crazier.
Somebody just sent me a press release saying you know a Kalipas Patel, like in real life.
Yeah, I
Who's
knew
this guy?
not know. I knew when I was in school. Yeah, when I was in school in my school there was a guy called Kalipas Patel. He was he was my best friend's cousin, and what a guy he was, man. I mean, this Kalipas Patel is nothing compared to what that guy was. That guy was like doing shit at 14, 15, what we didn't do till well in our 20s.
Wow.
And more. He was one of those like rich, spoiled Guju kids, who had a car when he was driving a car when he was 14, 15, meaning driving a car, meaning his car. Like his parents,
his own car.
His family's given him his own. It was a Fiat, I remember, Padmini. Like really decked up, dark glasses, and like got inside with the really pimped out Fiat. Back in the day, I'm talking about the 80s, man, late 80s. Yeah, so I knew a Kalipas Patel, and of course, fortunately, this Kalipas Patel is nothing like that Kalipas Patel. But I've known Gujaratis all my life, man. I grew up in Juhu, so many of my best friends are Gujaratis, and on top of that, my brother is an NRI, living in New Jersey. So he has a lot of Gujarati Marwadi friends who I know. So I mean, this world Metro Park is set in was quite familiar to me, to be honest.
No, but bro, you've just nailed it, because there are Sindhis who live abroad, and the Sindhi NRIs, the way they speak is very different from the Guju NRIs.
Sure,
I mean, there's a fine dividing line, but it's
the
beautiful.
Panju, I'm a Panju, and I tell you, Panju NRIs speak very differently from Guju NRIs. Like I can tell you a great test to know if a Punjabi, if an NRI Punjabi is first generation or second generation. How do you check? You just ask them to count till 20, right? So you tell them if they count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So they're second generation Americans. They were born in America. But if they say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20. Immediately no.
20.
Because they cannot get the 20. They have to get 20. Because they're trying for 20, but it comes out 20. Yeah. So that's the Panju NRI test.
And I think why Metro Park is so universally accepted, even though it's about a small community in New Jersey, is the fact that everybody knows somebody like them. I mean, I know any number of South Indian, Tamil or Malayali relatives like Kannan. They're tech freaks, but they have this crazy quirk. Like this guy has some farm eggs, chicken eggs, OCDs kind of thing, So just a little bit about the writers, man. I mean, just give me a background, because I want to know more about these guys. How do they know this world so well?
Oh, they are fab. The creators of the show, Abhi and Ajayan, Abhi Varghese, Ajayan Venugopalan, they're just a fabulous team. And they are NRIs themselves, so they know the intricacies of the trials and tribulations of the NRI life. They are immigrants. See, at its core, Metro Park is not about Gujarati, Malayali. It's basically about Indian immigrants living in Little India in the USA.
Correct.
So that is the core of it. The fact that that here we have a Malayali married to into a Gujarati family is incidental. It could be anything. So it's it's basically about the cultural dissonance that comes, and the the conflict that comes from wanting to retain your cultural traditional cultural identity and assimilate in a another place as well. So that is the core, and I think those are human, those are human values, human emotions. So anybody anywhere can relate to it.
And I love the interplay between your and Pitobash's character. Took me back to Vijay Amritraj acting in Octopussy, the
Oh my
Bond film.
god, yeah,
And his brother Ashok Amritraj went and became a Hollywood producer in LA. So
yeah.
for us, it was a big thing, Amritraj, the surname. So I thought the Amritraj surname was too cool.
Yeah.
And in that aspect, Bittu's a bit of a smart aleck. And you must enjoy your scenes with Pitobash, because
Of
he's
course,
another fine
Pitobash is
actor.
an
Man.
amazing actor. He's an amazing actor, and it's just a joy. It's just a joy working with him because we have so much fun doing our scenes, and there's a lot of give and take in the scenes with Pitobash. Of course, I'm sure that happens in all the scenes with all the actors, but with Pitobash, especially because we are sustaining these scenes with only two of us mostly. There's no third character because at the store it's just mainly him and me, except the odd customer that comes along. So yeah, Pitobash is amazing talent, and it's so heartening to have him with us.
And Omi, a bit about Omi and Vega and their side of the family in Metro Park too.
Omni and Vega are actually the protagonists. This is their story actually. It's told from their point of view. So Omi, of course, is another great comedic talent. He really knows what he's doing. Sadly, I don't have too many scenes with him because it's mostly about that side of the family and this side of the family, and once in a while, they meet and all. But it's great. I mean, like I said, there's amazing talent on the show. There already was amazing talent on the show in season one, but now with season two, with Milind and Aditya and apna Sarita ji, it's amazing. It's really looking good.
I see you flit so easily in and out of roles. You see a high and then you see something like Metro Park too. What's the secret to great comedy, man? I mean, you do it, you make it look so easy, but it ain't easy. I mean, everybody knows that. So what, in your mind, is the secret to good comedy?
First of all, let me tell you that flitting between roles, you are flitting from one high to a Metro Park. For me, it's months of work. Okay.
Yeah, correct. You're right. Yeah, you're busting your back. There's no doubt about it. Yeah.
So yeah, that's one. And second, the secret of comedy, I don't know. Yeah, I think they say comedy is about timing. And I have to agree with that. I think there's timing is definitely at least half of it, and delivery is another thing. I think anything really funny can become unfunny if you're trying to say it very funnily. Dekh mein, I'm funny. Right? I got a joke for you, and immediately it becomes like. So yeah, delivery I think is a good chunk of it, and of course the writing. Basically, you have to give due credit to the writers, and in this case, Ajay. He writes material that inspires you. It makes you not just makes you want to do a good job of what is written, but it also kind of puts you in orbit in what it can be. You know what I mean? And that's where improv actually comes in. And improv is a very important part of comedy. So yeah, so the material is very important. Yeah.
And it must have been just so comfortable with Purbi, man. You guys are such great mates.
I mean,
you
we
go back
crack
so
up.
long.
I told you we crack up. We most of the time we're just cracking up on set. We're having so much fun. It doesn't feel like work, especially when I'm with Purvi. And of course, she's like my insurance policy. She's Guju. So if I'm doing anything wrong, she's always there to like help me and correct me and stuff. So yeah, it's
And
a
now
dream.
Guju NRI, bro. What with with the husband and the son?
I told her in one of the interviews. I said like, but you're though just playing yourself now.
And I can't believe that Mrs. Joshi, the legendary Sarita ji, was actually sitting in Bombay, and apparently you guys filmed portions and then put her on digitally with a stand and things like that.
You'll see why. I don't want to say too much right now because I don't want to take the joy out of the freshness out of people when they watch it. But it's quite something actually. It's great fun. Some really funny scenes in there.
I saw that year 2020 ended on a beautiful note, man. Your son Haroon and you in Goa. So a lot of father-son bonding Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah, I was. You know what happened at that time, man? I had So I had planned this trip for him because I knew he'd been cooped up at home all year because of COVID and the lockdown and all. So I really wanted to take him for a week to Goa. And the day we were supposed to leave, man, I had to have emergency dental surgery. There was a below gum line tooth extraction, man.
Ouch. Huh.
So I mean, like so I asked the doctor, man, I'm going to go out today with my kid, and now he was like, cancel it because I said I can't cancel it. So he said, then you just have to bear the pain. So he basically cut down my gum, cut open my gum, and took a tooth out. And the same day, I took a flight and took my kid to Goa. That tells you what a dedicated father I am, man.
Well done.
Yeah, I went in so much pain all week. I couldn't go in the water. I was just on medication. I was just basically in pain on medication and making sure he's having fun, going to the beach and trying to find a pool, which is, a private pool for him to be able to swim, because he got really pissed off that the swimming pools were closed in Goa. He was like, you didn't tell me this, you told me swimming pools will be open. So I was like, man, I just, I didn't know that they are closed in Goa as well.
So that's lovely. And you're doing a Santosh Sivan film, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
to me, one of the icons in cinematography as well as direction.
I told him, I said, I worship your work. I'm so grateful that you've chosen me. I'll do anything. I'm right now, I'm growing I'm trying to get there. I start in a week. We're probably going to do another look test tomorrow.
You must be so excited
prep
about
is
that,
on.
man.
I'm very excited and nervous, and I'm nervous as I'm nervous AF.
Does that happen with all roles, or is it just this Santosh Sivan
A
one?
little bit happens with all of them. Butterflies happen with all of them, but this one is like not butterflies. This is like dinosaurs. This is like albatrosses going in my stomach. Yeah, like it makes me think about it, and I start going start getting nauseous with nervousness.
The issues in Metro Park. I mean, everybody talks about how Narcos was the Spanish show and it became a sensation worldwide. I mean, you look at Metro Park. I mean, and the face of it's about a small community in New Jersey.
Yeah, but it's no Narcos. I mean.
No, but bro, I mean, anybody can relate to it. I mean, it's just super comedy. So the point I'm trying to make is these situational things. How much do you stick to the script, bro? When, as far as improv is concerned, do you fly off the handle? Do you keep coming back to the script? How much is script bound with these, with a show like Metro Park?
No, of course you have to come back to the script. You can fly wherever you want, as much as you want, but you have to come back to the script, because then if there's so much improv that the script is gone, then there's going to be, there's going to be you're going to lose out on structure in the screenplay, and that's going to be like, it's going to have a bigger impact. It's going to be so you come back to the script for sure. But like I told you, like Arjan's material. So I think good material is not just great lines and great screenplay. It's also material that inspires you to improv. That is giving you the room to play around. And a good director is the one who has his vision clear, but also gives you room to play around. So yeah, of course there is improv, but like I said, improv cannot be more important than the script itself. So you build on the script as with improv, but improv is no replacement for a good script.
So Kalipas Patel, we know, is a family man. He works at this 24/7 store. His kids
pay and run.
His kids care very little about him. Feels he's very dated.
Papa.
What can we expect which is different, or what is next level as far as Kalipas Patel is concerned in season 2? What facets of him can we discover?
No. See, what facets will you discover? You'll discover a lot of facets. How enterprising he is. You'll discover more of that. And he's now in season 2 he's beginning to get ambitious. You know what I mean?
So not just conjuice, but also expansive in business. Is that it?
Yeah. See, I don't know if Kalipas Patel can be called conjuice. Okay, he's discerning. That's what he is. He's not. Come on, man. He's a guy who's come from Gujarat and made a life for himself in the US, and he has his own store and all now. So this is an enterprising man. So.
And why would he pay a $50 fine if he can get his way out of it?
Exactly. Yeah. Because that's the Indian jugaad is always carries with you wherever you go, and That's why you see how many Indians within India actually don't do that great, but once they get out of India, they do really well. Because in India they are not that enterprising. Outside of India, that enterprising becomes into two. Why? Because the raise to factor is the jugaad, the jugaad brain.
One of my favorite lines is Sardar Vallabhbhai statue के पेट के अंदर food court है.
Yeah.
It's just
Hey,
fabulous.
you saw some episode?
Some
Man,
flashes
I
of
haven't
it.
seen anything. Can you believe it? I haven't seen anything.
Senior journalists get password protected copies
Yeah.
of certain
And then
stuff.
they quickly put them on torrent.
No, I don't. You know me better than that.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, brother, what is your note to yourself in 2021? It's not been a great year, 2020. It's been a little dreary. You've got
Well,
back to work.
frankly, 2021 seems more like today is what? Today is the 28th. It seems more like 28/13/2020.
One more month of that year. No, but seriously, I mean, I don't know if you write a diary or you just say something to yourself. What is Ranvir's thought to himself for 2021? What are you looking forward to?
Well, I'm looking forward to this pandemic ending, man. Let's have our normal lives back. I know it'll take time, but at least let's start that journey. And thankfully now with the vaccine out, it hopefully is starting the journey. But I wish, and it's not just me. I wish this for a lot of other people, because this pandemic has caused a lot of strife for a lot of people who can't really afford it. Luckily for people like me, I mean, I was in a good place when this lockdown happened. I had some money to last me, for the lockdown. But so many people didn't, man. And one tries to help whatever one can, but then it's never enough. So I just wish 2021 be a better year for everyone, more than for myself. Because frankly, I didn't do too badly considering what 2020 did to people. So I would just take this and say that thank you for the power that be to keeping me safe in 2020. But now do that for everyone else. Like, just being nice, man.
Yeah. On that positive note, brother.
Yeah.
You know how I feel about interviews should be the right size. On that empathetic note, we shall say bye-bye to each other. God bless you. See you soon, my
I could go
brother.
on chatting with you, yeah. Hrishi K, I never see you enough. Anyway, but nowadays I don't see anybody enough. You especially, because I know you're not leaving the house. I can look at you and tell that you are not going out even to get groceries.
You've hit the nail on the head. And not complaining.
Yeah.
Take care, my brother. Lots of love.
See you soon,
Bye-bye. See you
Hrishi K.
soon.
Lots of
Bye.
love.